What if I told you that you're already reading minds every single day without even realizing it? Welcome to this explainer. And look, we aren't talking about literal superpowers or magic tricks here. We're talking about pure, actionable psychology that you can use to gain a massive strategic advantage in your daily workplace interactions. So, how fast can you actually read a client's mind? It's a serious question. Think about your last big pitch or a high-stakes negotiation, or even just a casual networking coffee. Signals are constantly flying back and forth across the table. But here's the scary part. Some people in that room can read you in mere seconds, while others miss absolutely everything. Let's get one thing straight right off the bat. Mind reading isn't about hearing someone's inner monologue. It's about noticing the physical signals that people simply cannot hide. Psychologists call this nonverbal communication. And get this, over 90% of what we say isn't actually said with words. That means your beautifully crafted pitch deck? Yeah. It doesn't matter nearly as much as you think it does. If you know what to look for in that other 90%, you can predict emotions, uncover hidden intentions, and even spot a lie right to your face. To help you master this silent language, we've put together an insider's playbook. In this explainer, we're going to cover the 3-second rule, micro-expressions, body language hacks, the mirror effect, spotting bluffs, and finally, the observer's edge. Let's jump right in. Starting with section 1, the 3-second rule, making those crucial first impressions in the boardroom. You know that feeling when you first walk into a boardroom or meet a brand new client? Well, your brain actually locks in a firm judgment in just 3 seconds. Crazy, right? But here is the twist. You can train yourself to do this consciously. Instantly scan the room for 3 specific things: eye contact, body direction, and facial tension. If you actively watch for these physical indicators, you can literally read the room in 3 seconds flat, way before anybody even opens their mouth. There's an incredibly sharp contrast between a doomed negotiation and a winning pitch right out of the gate. Picture an uncomfortable colleague. They're avoiding eye contact, turning their body away from you, and they just look physically tense. But the interested client, they lean in, their face relaxes, and they hold solid eye contact. Spot that, and boom, you've just read their mind in 3 seconds. Moving to section 2, micro-expressions. Zooming right in across the table. This is where things get almost scary powerful. Micro-expressions are these tiny, involuntary facial movements that last for less than a second, but they completely betray what a person is actually feeling. See a quick eyebrow raise? That's surprise. Lip tightening? Usually anger or stress. And then there's the classic fake smile, where only the mouth moves, while the eyes stay completely dead and disengaged. Look, seasoned professionals can easily fake their spoken words, but they absolutely cannot fake these micro-reactions. Okay, section 3. Body language hacks. Why the feet never lie. So sometimes you actually need to step back from analyzing their face and look directly under the conference table. I know it sounds a bit weird, but people subconsciously point their feet toward the things they actually care about. If a stakeholder is truly engaged in your pitch, their feet are going to point directly toward you. But if they're just smiling and being polite, yet they're actually desperate to leave the meeting, their feet will naturally angle right toward the exit. Now, a crucial rule to remember here is that you have to look at patterns, not just one isolated signal. If a client has their arms crossed, hey, it might just mean the office AC is cranked up too high. But if you combine those crossed arms with tight lips, physical distance, and feet pointed directly at the door, that whole pattern is screaming, I'm not comfortable. You've got to connect the dots. Next up, section 4, the mirror effect, building instant rapport. Up until now, we've basically just talked about quietly observing the room. Now, let's talk about actively engaging it. Expert negotiators use an automatic psychological trick to build rapport instantly. Here's how it works. Step 1, you lean forward, they naturally lean forward. Step 2, you smile, they automatically smile back. Step 3, you start speaking slower and they unconsciously match your pace. If you strategically start mirroring them first, they are going to feel instantly more connected to you. Which brings us to section 5, catching workplace bluffs, spotting lies. Being able to spot a lie is the ultimate workplace superpower. But let's debunk those dramatic Hollywood myths right now. Real corporate liars are subtle. You spot bluffs in real time by looking for mismatches. It's someone saying, oh, I'm fine, but looking incredibly physically tense. Or someone smiling while subconsciously shaking their head no. Or even just a slightly delayed reaction to a very straightforward question. The truth is always smooth. Lies have glitches. Finally, Section 6. The Observer's Edge. Why Most People Fail.
We've gone through the entire playbook, but there's a fatal flaw that stops most professionals from actually using it. They are entirely too busy thinking about themselves. They sit there in the boardroom silently panicking, wondering, oh, what should I say next? Or how do I look right now? Real mind readers observe. They stay quiet. They watch the patterns unfold, and they listen way more than they speak. Just stepping back, taking a breath, and actively observing makes all the difference in the world.
So to summarize, this isn't magic. You really don't need superpowers to read minds at the office. It's simply cultivated awareness. Because the truth is, people are always telling you exactly how they feel. They're constantly broadcasting their true thoughts and intentions. You just need the presence of mind to actually notice it. I want to leave you with a final provocative thought to take into your very next pitch, team meeting, or networking event. The next time you're talking to someone, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what are they saying without using any words?